Okay, in this video we're going to be unboxing a brand new copy of Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri. Here it is. Bought this very recently, brand new. Very happy to come across a copy of it that's never been played before. I just need to get this tricky cellophane wrapping off. Little tear strip along here, there we go. And now I can get the bottom bit and take the top off as well, hopefully. There we go. There it is, glisteningly brand new there. Looks lovely. And here's the lovely CD-ROM inside. Here you go, just spin it up the right way there. And now these are always notoriously tricky to get out for the first time when the box has never been used, but just need to pop it, I think. There we go. Alright, and we're going to pop it into my trusty Windows 98 laptop, but just take a moment to admire the glossy new CD there. Okay, here we go. Pop it in. Now I should have the auto load enabled, so it should fire up the installer straight away. Now, this is a game that was written specifically for Windows 95 and 98, so shouldn't have any compatibility issues here. There we go, Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri. So we're going to go for the install, obviously. It's the first time ever. There we go, Future of Mankind in Space. And here we have it, classic Windows installer. Now it's trying to use the program files subdirectory, but I don't much care for that, so I'm going to pop it into my standard games directory here. And other than that, I think we'll do a typical install. It can create its own Windows group there. And here we are. Now this is a very typical Windows installer screen. You've got a nice bit of splash screen behind it. You've got a nice installation progress bar here, which tells you roughly what it's up to. That's doing the program files at the moment. And then on the left hand side you've got this excellent little animated idea of what it's up to. And as you're watching, you kind of can admire the graphics of the game. They change periodically to sort of keep your attention. Again, this is something that's pretty lost these days in gaming now. For better or for worse. There's not a lot to keep your attention when it comes to downloading updates, let's be honest. You're lucky if you get a progress bar. Most of the time these things happen silently in the background. I say silently, of course, the old computer fan tends to rev up when you are downloading some serious updates. And you can certainly hear the CD drive here being put through its paces as we load up the install files. We're onto the sound files now. Some excellent sound in this game. There's some really good voice audio and some very nice music and general sound effects. Alpha Centauri, of course, is a sequel to the Civilization series. I think I'm right in saying that it's a sequel technically to Civilization 2. It picks up where the Civ game sort of leaves off. So if you win a game of Civ, actually both Civ and Civ 2, if you win using your spaceship, you land your colonists in Alpha Centauri, and well, as the name of the game would suggest, this is a game that's essentially a Civ-style game, but set in Alpha Centauri, so completely different cultures and civilizations at play. Each one of them takes after a particular ideology rather than necessarily a culture from Earth. And we're almost there now, almost into the game, final few percent, and there we are, Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri. There you go, Microsoft DirectX 6 drivers are required. Do I want to install? I'm pretty sure I've already got them. Yes, don't need to reinstall. I'm not interested in the readme.txt, but I do want to play the game, or at least start it up. And go for Axis Games. Now there's a very long introduction to Alpha Centauri. I'm just going to let it play. It's quite a nice way of getting into the game. It picks up the storyline of Civ, obviously here. So you get the storyline of the colonists taking off, and there's a little bit of a biblical verse at the start, just to sort of set the scene. Data links. You hear a lot of data links in the game. And then these are sort of, I suppose these are kind of images of the last days of Earth, or at least the days leading up to the colonists leaving Earth. So you get a sense of struggle and strife and war and things falling apart. Hence the desire to go off world and found a new civilization far, far away in Alpha Centauri. So yeah, it's a lovely. I mean, it's very 90s. Let's be honest. The video montage here is extremely 90s, but I love it. And there we go. That's the spaceship taking off there, or at least launching. Got some interesting pictures of people. I suppose these are the people being left behind in a world of pollution. Oh dear. But well, we can't think too much about them because we're taking off in what looks like one of the Apollo missions, but the spaceship itself is considerably different, as you can see. You've done quite a nice job here of making the spaceship look similar to the style of the spaceship, definitely from Civ 2. It's got the solar panels and the various modules and components. Yes, here we go. This is the storyline about the small group of colonists. But of course it expands the storyline slightly from the Civ games. Because as you'll hear, it talks about how the different factions are born from the various escape capsules. There you go, a crisis. So yes, this is what gives rise to the different factions, which is very much a big part of the game. I mean, depending on which faction you choose to play as, it does give you a very different game experience. It's one of the many reasons why I really like this game. It's got a lot going. It's not just a simple. Well, not that Civ is in any way a simple game, but it's not just another Civ game. It's got its very own kind of gameplay dynamics. And here we are. We're finally into the game itself. So I can pick start game. And in common with Civ, you can either play a sort of random map, customize your own map, or you can have the map of planet. And these are the different difficulty levels here. You've got different game rules. We're just going to go with the standard ones. And this is where you pick your all-important faction. So you've got all the various factions here. They have a sort of a short summary of what they represent. I like this guy just because he looks cool. So there we go. He's the sort of academic, I think, scientist. And there we go. Lovely little bit of intro graphic there. University base. And that's it. So I hope you've enjoyed that unboxing video and quick intro to Alpha Centauri. I'll be making more videos like this very soon. I hope you'll watch those too. Until then, goodbye.